One out of 5 diagnoses are now estimated to be incomplete or inaccurate. 1.5 million errors. The latest guess is 500 patients a day dying. Complexity, this is a simple truth. The more complex things are, the harder it is to get to the facts. The harder knowledge is to acquire. And when complexity makes knowledge difficult to acquire, we have this wonderful apparatus. We just substitute a belief. Don't we? You have to move forward with something. You have 2 baskets. You either have an empirical fact. When you can't get to the fact or you can't understand the fact, you have to have a belief. I would say that most Americans have decided on the Affordable Health Care Act on beliefs, because I've yet to talk to anybody who could figure that chart out. It's a dangerous situation. In your field, bloodletting went on for hundreds of years. Despite the empirical evidence, the patients were dying. They were dying, but no, we just didn't do it right. We didn't do it enough. We'll do small doses for more period of time. Trial and error, trial and error. It took a long time for bloodletting to go away. So I break our organizations down into 4 types. I'm not going to have time to talk about that today, but I'm going to tell you that you belong to one of these organizations. You are either predictive, in which case you have decided and built an organization that can deal with high levels of risk and massive amounts of failure. You are preemptive. You don't want to be as predictive. You want a little less risk. You're looking ahead at what the problems will be, and you're fashioning some kind of action today that will mitigate and make the consequence smaller when it does come, or have it go away altogether. You're compensatory. When I go out on the road, I'm allowed to have a donut. Every time I travel, I'm allowed to have a donut, because I can't get rid of the "I need a donut" in my head. I haven't fixed the problem. I've just mitigated it. I've developed a compensatory behavior. If you're always late, Google has a new app for you. It's called Google Now. It's compensatory technology. It says, yeah, you're always late to meetings. So now I'm going to back up your calendar 15 minutes. Actually, I'm going to go and look ahead and see what the traffic's like on the route to the meeting that you're going to. There's a little traffic, so you're backed up 20 minutes now to go. Everything that you need, that you can't do correctly, you can plug in, and Google Now will get to know who you are, all your weaknesses, and in my case, I plugged in, I was one of the tests for Google Now. I typed in my struggle with weight, and it said, "We checked ahead and the airline has a salad and we ordered it for you." I was mad. Google Now is better than me. It's helping me to be a better human. Or you're in a reactive organization. I will tell you that those who preempt will prevail. So there are 2 antidotes for growing complexity. We can have behavioral adaptation, which is in the form of mitigations, or physical adaptation. And I'm going to talk to you briefly about that, because there's probably a lot more people that are neuroscientists in the audience today. Mostly when I speak, people don't know about neuroscience, so that part will go quickly. Mitigations buy us time, but remember, it's only a time buyer. When we talk about water conservation, is that a mitigation or a cure? Mitigation. Right? And here's how you know. Because one day when the water doesn't come, there's nothing to conserve. So while all my ecology brethren are going, we have to conserve, I go, no, we have to make more water, because there's more people. Conservation only buys us time to go make the water. So don't talk to me about conservation. What are we doing with the time that we bought? According to Dr. Yanir Bar-Yam out of Harvard University, I mentioned this before, a complex environment is one where there's more wrong solutions than right ones. If you take nothing else away, take high failure rate environment away with you. And complexity basically causes us to become very bad pickers when it comes to a solution. And so through trial and error, we run the clock out. That's how we operate. You can take the Gulf oil spill as an example. We had a mission critical. That to me is a patient dying in the ER. A mission critical situation, time sensitive. We bring a lot of smart people together and they say, let's drop a concrete box on the hole. And then we do, and we wait 30 days and go, no, and we're still watching these mushroom Hiroshima-looking clouds of oil come out in the Gulf. And then we say, all right, we're going to drill from the side and siphon some of the oil off so it doesn't reach the surface. We wait 30 days, that isn't working. And the third solution was static kill, and it seems to be holding. But just imagine if that had been solution number 87, and we'd still be watching the news cover one of the worst ecological disasters that we have encountered here. But here's the thing. We have models for high rates of failure. And this is what I would like to impress you with. Rather than pick what is the right approach and take it all the way down like you would a column, I'm going to try to infect you today with this idea of becoming a venture capitalist.